Drivers from around the world are on their way to America for the 25th World Driving Championship. Hi, I'm John Pavlak and welcome back to Eye on Harness Racing. As we announced last week, Corey Callahan is getting ready to face drivers from 9 other countries in the World Driving Championship, which will open on Sunday, July 31st at Harris Chester. Callahan, one of the sport's young lions, currently ranks 9th in North America in terms of races won. He talked about the championship with our correspondent, Heather Moffat.
Why is this so special?
It's so special because, it's an opportunity, to meet some of these drivers from across the world and be able to represent my country. I love the movie Miracle, and when they get down and they're beating their sticks, chanting USA and everything like that, I'm kind of hoping that it's like that.
What about driving strategy? I don't know if you know anything about the other drivers, or are you going to drive any differently than you usually do?
Yeah, I don't know so much about the other drivers. I'll ask some of the people that are here, from their home countries and just kind of get a feel. I'm sure they don't want to give away too many of their strategies. But being here on our home turf, I think that, myself and Jody Jamieson from Canada, we have similar racing here, and I think it'll work to our advantage. I hope it works to my advantage, and I can show these boys what it's all about here.
If you can, get out to cheer for Corey and see a field of drivers who have accounted for more than 35,000 victories in their lifetimes. The tour will visit Harris Chester on July 31st, Tioga Downs on August 1st, Monticello on August 3rd, the Meadowlands Racetrack on August 4th, and conclude at Yonkers Raceway on August 5th. Sandpail was expected to do well in the $766,000 Maple Leaf Trot at Mohawk, but even his fans couldn't have imagined how well he would do this past Saturday night.
And the 2-5 favorite Arch Madness is on the lead, but hold the phone. Sandpail on the attack out of fourth and like a shot.
The 7-year-old son of San Pellegrino, driven by Randy Waples, made a quick move to the lead just before the half-mile pole, and it was all over from there. He went on to win in 151-1, a stakes record, and a new lifetime mark.
Sandpail now by 3. It's Arch Madness back in second. Rushing up on the far outside in third is Hot Shot Blue Chip. Sandpail, 3 lengths the best. Maple Leaf Trot triple for Sandpail.
Very few people, on the other hand, picked Action Broadway to win the $366,000 Armbro Flight for trotting mares, also at Mohawk this past Saturday.
Here comes Buckeye St. Pat up to the leader's saddle pad, and Buckeye St. Pat blasting off and takes over command.
The favored Buckeye St. Pat got the lead in the middle stages of the race, but Mark McDonald, just back from a recent driving injury, got the winner to respond in the stretch and posted a 153-3 victory at a nifty 27-1.
3 across finish coming up in the Armbro Flight Stakes. Candor Hanover summoning up all of her courage and speed in deep stretch. Here comes a final push from Action Broadway. Action Broadway, final stride score.
Be a witness when the best harness drivers from around the world meet here in the 25th World Driving Championship, the richest and most important driving tournament in the world. The star-studded field will include Denmark's Birger Jorgensen, the reigning world champion, Australia's Chris Lewis, a 4,000 race winner, New Zealand's Dexter Dunn, the young Kiwi champion, Sweden's Bjorn Goop, his country's leading driver and Elite Lap winner, Germany's Michael Nimchik, his country's driving champion, France's Frank Navard, a 2-time Prix d'Amérique winner, Italy's Enrico Belli, the reigning European champion, Spain's Juan Roseo, a 2-time European champion, Canada's Jody Jamieson, Canadian national champ and 2001 world champion, and Corey Callahan, currently 9th among all drivers in North America, trying to win it all for the USA. It's championship caliber driving with the title World Champion at stake, and you can see it here when the world comes to America. The house that Delvin built, the Meadows, offered 3 eliminations for the $500,000 Adios for 3-year-old pacers.
George Brennan and Roadside Delight lead them by a length and 3/4.
The first of 3 eliminations this past Saturday was won by a long shot, Roll With It Harry, driven by Ron Pierce. The Jimmy Tactor trainee won in a speedy 150-2.
Roll With It Harry on the outside. Into the lightning lane. Comes winking at you. Outside Adios Blue Chip and Hug a Dragon to the wire. Roll With It Harry. Into the lane first time. Here comes Dave Pavone and Real Spatial on the move on the outside to the front.
The second elimination was captured by another Ron Pierce-driven horse, Alsace Hanover. The son of the Ponderosa opened eyes with a 1:48.4 stunner that equaled the all-age track record at the Meadows.
Pan from Nantucket on the outside through the stretch. It's Alsace Hanover drawn away with every stride. The margin is 5. 1:48 for Pierce. To the backside they go. Powerful Miss, the leader. Custard the Dragon right there, second.
The track record didn't stand very long. Young Montreal Teague was behind Custard the Dragon in the third and final elimination. They stalked Powerful Miss for most of the mile, came off the cover late, and sped to a new all-age track record of 1:48.1 and stamped themselves as the favorites for this Saturday's Adios final.
Custard the Dragon to the outside. Custard the Dragon and Montreal Teague. 1:48.1, a new all-age track record.
Couple of news items this week. First, the Cane Pace, first leg of the Pacing Triple Crown, will be raced at Tioga Downs this year and next year. Freehold Raceway is losing its New Jersey purse supplements and voluntarily gave up the Pacing Classic. It will be raced at Tioga on September 10th, closing night of the Tioga Downs meet. And we spoke to John Campbell this week. He's still on the mend, but has agreed to give the keynote speech at the upcoming 2011 World Trotting Conference. We'll be there to talk with John and feature an interview with him on our next show. Speaking of our next show, we'll be off next week on our way to the World Driving Championship. In our place, look for a special edition of Here They Come, on which TJ Burkett and Paul Ramlow will take an in-depth look at the field for the $1.5 million Hambletonian. We'll be back on August 11th with a report on the Hambletonian, World Driving Championship, and World Trotting Conference, and more. I'm John Pavlak. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you soon on our next edition of Eye on Harness Racing.